This is a case of ultimate betrayal. A Nigerian family trusted another family with everything that they own. Today, their life has been ruined. This is the story of Emmanuel and his wife, Ngozi. They came to the UK about 4 years ago on the care workers visa. Emmanuel was the main applicant, while his wife Ngozi works in IT. She was the dependent. The family, they were very hardworking and determined. Within less than 2 years of staying in the UK, they bought their own first house. The family were doing well. Ngozi was working full-time. She was working in IT. After 2 years, she decided to go contracting because she was advised that that is where the money is in IT. She was working and the family were doing really well. Within a short space of time, they bought their second home and rented the home to a Ghanaian family. That Ghanaian family paid their rent and there was no issue at all. After 1 year, the Ghanaian family said they were moving out of town and they decided to give the house back to the owners. Emmanuel and his wife did not have any issue with the family. Adeyemi is another Nigerian family that was introduced to this Emmanuel and his wife. Because they are both from Nigeria and they attend the same church, they formed a bond and a relationship started straight away. When the Ghanaian family were living in the house, Emmanuel's wife was contacted by Adeyemi's wife who said, my sister, we are looking for somewhere to stay. Meanwhile, the Adeyemis have lived in the UK for more than 10 years. The two of them, husband and wife, they are both British citizens. But they have a problem. The problem is that they have bad credit, and that bad credit means that the husband and wife, no bank would even give them debit card to use because they've destroyed their credit. That credit means that when it comes to renting a house, nobody will rent a house to them because everywhere they have gone, they failed the credit check and they were stuck. They live in a one-bedroom house, family of 6, 4 children with husband and wife. And on top of that, out of frustration, Adeyemi then smacked his child. The child went to school with bruises and social services became involved. So Adeyemi had house worry, he had social services worry on top of that as well. The man was desperately looking for a place to stay. The wife was a stay-at-home mom and he was the one that was working. They couldn't get a place to rent. So they had to beg this Nigerian couple. After the first time, the couple told them that, look, the Ghanaian family have now moved out. But Emmanuel was warned when he bought the second property by people who have lived in the UK longer than him. Say, bro, don't ever rent a house to anybody without doing due diligence. So when the Adeyemis approached Emmanuel and said, bro, please, we are looking for somewhere to stay. Emmanuel said, my brother, I can't rent the house to you because he gave excuse. But this time around, this family were desperate. They had to get the pastor involved. The pastor is an elderly person that Emmanuel and his wife, they respect this pastor very, very well. The pastor then called Emmanuel and said, look, please rent this house to this man. Emmanuel said, sir, I cannot. But the pastor then pleaded with him and his wife. They then rented this house to this man. When they rented the house to the Adeyemi, he said the Adeyemis was very, very grateful and humbled when they collected the key. He said the man was very, very humble and he felt a sense of relief that at last he's now gotten a 3-bedroom place to live. Even if it is outside London, he is happy with the place. He moved into the house. When Adeyemi was in the place, he apparently ran into another Nigerian who then told him, when he shared this story, how hard it was for him to get a house. The fact that the person that is even renting this house to him is somebody that has lived in the UK less than 5 years. And he has been in the UK for more than 10 years. And the person said, bro, Why are this boy is supposed to be renting from you because you haven't managed your credit very well. Don't worry, I will help you to get a house on mortgage. The interest will be high, but I will help you. As soon as Adeyemi found out that he can get a mortgage, despite the fact that it is only him that works, he started messing around with Emmanuel's rent payment. The rent wasn't consistent. Meanwhile, the first 3 months, everything was fine. He didn't have any issue, was paying the rent. After 6 months, there was a delay in paying the rent. He approached him and said, bro, what's going on with the rent? I'll pay you tomorrow. I'll pay you next tomorrow. Meanwhile, Emmanuel's wife, who was earning a lot of money in IT, she became unwell and she lost the contracting job that she was doing. So Emmanuel was the only one that was working. He was using their savings to pay the mortgage. He was paying his mortgage, paying the 2 mortgages when this guy was delaying him. But after some time, his savings was starting to dry up. So he was under a lot of pressure. So after Adeyemi stopped responding to his WhatsApp messages, he then, out of frustration, went to the house and said, bro, what is going on? This is not what we said when you were collecting this house. Please, this is my situation. My wife is not working. Just give me the money so I can pay the mortgage. As soon as Adeyemi heard that this guy's wife is not working, you would have thought that that would draw sympathy from him. He just changed his mind straight away and he started telling this guy, in the UK, by law, you are not supposed to come to the house without telling me. Despite the fact that this is your house, I am the owner of this house in the sense that I am paying you. I have contract, tenancy agreement. So next time you must tell me before you come to the house. This guy said, before, this wasn't an issue. So please pay me the rent. Before you know what was happening, Adeyemi Alabi started telling him, look, I am a British citizen. Me and my family, we are British. Don't just come and messing around with us. How long have you been in the UK? You have only been in the UK for less than 5 years. He said, bros, I have been in the UK less than 5 years, but I'm renting a house to you. Just pay me my rent. After that, this guy refused to pay the rent, and he then told him, which is what Emmanuel said, Frank, I was shocked when this guy told me, look, in the UK, if you can't evict me like that, you have to go to court. And if you go to court, it might take 1 year. And that 1 year, you're not going to get one of your payment. So you better behave. This guy that was begging is now the one that is now telling him he knows the rights, he knows the law, he's a British citizen, and there's nothing he can do. Emmanuel said, Frank, I was frustrated. People gave him advice, say, go and get legal advice. He went to meet a lawyer. The lawyer told him they can help him, this nothing. But this is going to cost him more than 7,000 to 8,000 pounds. Emmanuel said, if I have 7,000 to 8,000 pounds, at least I won't be under pressure. I will be able to pay the mortgage and hopefully this guy will change his ways. He couldn't afford the legal fee. He went back again to this guy and said, please, brother. Meanwhile, the bank have written him for the second time, say, look, you missed 3 payments now. We are going to start repossession if this is not addressed urgently. He took the letter that the bank gave him to this Adeyemi, hoping that if Adeyemi sees the letter, the guy will say, let me pay you the money. Adeyemi will say, you're not the first person whose house has been repossessed. What are you talking about? This guy, in fact, was behaving as if he wanted this guy's house to be repossessed. Before you know what was happening, this guy called me and said, Frank, I have been in the UK for over 4 years. High blood pressure. There is nobody in my family that has high blood pressure. Because of all this stress, I cannot sleep. I'm having high blood pressure. How many times has he collapsed because of thinking? This guy is aware that this man's poor boy's house is going to be repossessed. He did not even change his mind. The saddest part of this story is that Adeyemi Alabi is not even is a older person than this guy, but he knows the consequences. Here is a case of another man who rented a house.
You said you sold the house. I said I want details of the new landlord. You refused to give it to me. You locked me out. You refuse to show me the new landlord. I have all the text messages with me that you said the house does not belong to you anymore. You don't know anything about the house. That is what you said in your letter.
Because it's sold.
And after that, I don't owe you anymore. I've paid even up to this month. I've paid this month as well.
There's a lot of rubbish she's left in the property. What I'll do, I will have to call her and ask her if to come and collect her rubbish. I finally got my property back, along with all the rubbish, but I am happy because I've gone the legal route.
As you can see, that woman, she did not even show any remorse as well. So I don't understand what is wrong with some of our black people. You just have so much wicked in your mind that when you say devil, the action of some of our people is worse than that of the devil. What are the lessons that can be learned from this case? Kindness should be matched with caution. Think with your heart, your head, not your heart. Trust alone is not a substitute for proper checks. Understand your legal responsibility as a landlord. Protect your financial stability first. Clear agreement and professional advice matters a lot when you're dealing. There are a lot of people. The saddest part is that this man who is refusing to pay, the council is giving him more than 1,300 to top up his rent. And yet, this man who is working doesn't even want to even add around £600 to what the council is giving him to pay this poor boy. He now wants to buy his own house, and he wants to destroy the boy that helped him when he was desperate. The question I'm asking is that, do you blame Emmanuel for giving this man house, knowing full well that he initially said, no, I have been advised that no due diligence, no house. But because of the love and respect for pastor, he decided to shred what he wanted to do and gave this guy the house? Or do you blame Adeyemi Alabi for now wanting to get his own house, and in order to get it, he's prepared to destroy the hand that fed him when him and his family needed somewhere to live? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you know anyone that has a house anywhere in the Western world, share this video with them. There are lessons that they can learn from this story. If you have any story that you want to share with myself and the team, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number. We will always consider sharing the story we feel that others can learn. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to this channel. Peace and love.